have something for you, Maria.
That is so nice of you. Wow. I'm speechless.
Oh, yeah, right? I get that a lot.
Good night, Joaquin.
Ever since we saw the trailers for this in theaters last summer, I've been wanting to see The Book of Life, and finally we can. It's out on Blu-ray. This is a film produced by Guillermo del Toro, but it's a CG animated movie about the Day of the Dead.
A day when spirits pass between worlds and anything can happen.
Ah, look there. Two best friends.
Oh, in love with the same girl.
It's such a cool concept.
La Dia de los Muertes, it's so friggin' beautiful. The animation here is so lovely, and they go into a lot of the animation process, of course, in the Blu-ray features, which I absolutely love. But the beauty of this movie is the story here, this story between a girl and these two guys that are her friends when they're little, but then they grow up and of course the men are in love with her. We are talking about Joaquin and Manolo.
You've picked yourself a feisty one, huh?
Manolo has a soft and gentle heart, but his family wants him to be a matador, but he wants to play the guitar. And Joaquin is just a battler. He wants to go out there and he wants to save the world.
Yeah,
and
he's a military man.
Yeah, and he believes that Maria will want the hero. So Maria is torn between not only her love for both of her friends, but also her love for her family and her city. So she has to make a lot of really tough decisions here. But I must say, Vic, the reason why I was really stoked to get into this movie, one reason, one man, his name is Diego Luna. He plays Manolo, but I have to tell you, this is another confession. I fell in love with him when I watched Dirty Dancing 2 Havana Nights.
This is not True Confessions Reviews on the Run edition, okay? That's nice that you watched Dirty Dancing 2 Havana Nights.
Somebody had to watch it. Somebody had to watch it.
I was wondering who watched it. Oh, boy. This is an eclectic cast, and I do think that Diego Luna is a great standout. He's got a terrific voice. He's not really a singer, but he's got a really lovely singing voice in this thing, and he really brings this character to life. Everybody falls in love with him in the story, and it's a great story as well.
Why don't you fight a real man with a really awesome mustache?
The title references a book, and you do kind of feel like you're leafing through an old fable or an old fairy tale.
Right, being told by Christina Applegate.
Yeah, which is great.
All you can eat churros.
And then you've got these two lords of the Forgotten Realm or lords of the Remembered Realm, which are two sort of factions in the Day of the Dead land.
And the two gods are actually in love with one another. They are husband and wife in the story, which is really interesting. There's so many layers of story here, which is lovely. And then when you get into the special features, you actually get to know the director, Jorge R. Gutierrez, and he put his life into this movie. Everything about this movie and every character in this movie was about somebody that he knew, and you could really feel it. You could feel it while you're watching this movie.
Because of all of these different layers, it makes it a pretty cool collectible as well. This is absolutely something unique. I like the pop culture mash of all of this Mexican-flavored music. There are some beautiful orchestrations, and there's some great pop songs.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
The Radiohead sung.
In a sort of like a flamenco kind of way, with Diego Luna just belting it out. I mean, it's a surreal experience tripping through this thing, and I think it's a great collectible on Blu-ray. I absolutely think this is a cool movie for people to check out for sure.
Yeah.
Did you think it was gonna be that easy?
I kind of did.
We do need to say, though, that this movie is PG, so it's a little scary for the younger ones, especially those bulls. They're scary.
Yeah. Yeah, some cool action sequences in this, too. What are you going to give The Book of Life?
It gets a 9.5.
It gets an 8.5 from me. Cool stuff.